premium member on our website, overtake.gg.
It's not just about the daily news, forums, guides, and downloads. It's also a vibrant community. Premium members enjoy extra benefits such as an ad-free browsing experience, special community deals, discounts, and Overtake Turbo, which provides setups, coaching, and one free esports setup per month powered by Track Titan. There is also a racing club where you can race with great, fair people without worrying about your driver or safety rating.
And if you love unboxing sim racing gear just as we do, there's a premium member giveaway every month. You can win pedal sets, handbrakes, and nice steering wheels. Another cool feature are community reviews, so you can have a chance to contribute and share your opinion on not yet released hardware or games.
Have your voice heard and help shape the future of sim racing. Join as a premium member on overtake.gg for just €1 a month.
Okay, I'm here, so why not start 2 minutes early? And you are also here, so welcome, chat. I hope you have a wonderful day so far. Yeah, there are some breaking news that we have to cover before we jump into Limo Ultimate. Yeah, big things are happening right now in the gaming industry, and this also touches a little bit the racing genre and sim racing genre. So yeah, I wanted to check before we jump into LMU the latest news. So let's jump right in. I wonder what you guys will think about this. So here it is. Yeah, the French publisher. Oh yeah, it's a big gaming enterprise actually, also with hardware and many things. And you might know them from the WRC titles first and foremost, but also Test Drive Unlimited, Solar Crown, as well as the upcoming Motorsport Endurance Series. So here's the news. They are filing for insolvency, Nacon Gaming. And yeah, the most concerning part about this is really they are the license holder of the WRC license currently with regards to gaming, and yeah, filed for insolvency in a French court of law. This not only throws the company itself into uncertainty, but also the upcoming WRC title for 2027 that was promised back in 2025. Wow. Yeah, so that doesn't mean that they are just ending everything now. It's now liquidity situation, financial restructuring and all of that with the creditors. So yeah, that's going to be pretty interesting. Also what it means for the future of the WRC game license. And they also had a few motorcycle games, right? Or murder bike games. So things like TT Isle of Man, right? So they certainly also had a Nacon Racing studio. And Revo Sim is also under the umbrella, the sim racing gear brand that just started last year, basically, right? And they just announced new things. So yeah, let's jump into LMU, guys. Because on Friday, it's Le Mans 12-hour time from 11 a.m. CET to 11 p.m. CET. They usually wanted to make it a 24-hour race, but they now, like, yeah, made it into a 12-hour race to test everything and so on and so forth. So yeah, I'd say let's just jump in game and see where we are and what we expect today. We have a pretty fun combination also for the testing, kinda. So let's jump right in. As you can see, we have extremely wet weather. Like if you look into this little HUD element here on the bottom left, it says extremely wet, which is basically wet. Oh, my little 7-way funky switch is not really fixed in position. It's a little concerning, but it should be fine. Can I still change things like fuel and traction control? Yeah, it seems. That's coming out. Yeah, I have to screw that back in. That's not cool. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, extremely wet. I don't know when I ever saw this in LMU. And I was surprised because when they launched the new tire model first, it sounded like they were, yeah, still working on the wet tire performance. So maybe in this last update, 1.2.4, there was also a little hypercar rain tire update. I don't know. Let's see how it feels like. Yeah, so we will drive the WEC Experience. As you can see, the event starts. You can see it like top right. The event starts in 14 minutes. And we have had a little bit of time to practice a bit on track. I think Yannick, during his day off, is also here on the server, actually. Is he? Oh, I clicked standings. Settings, no, sorry. Is he still on the server? Yeah, he's also, yeah, he's here and he's also signed up for the race, so that's cool. Yeah, let's load the setup real quick. Yeah, so I found in rain, I want to bump the TC power cut and the TC angle up by 1 compared to my dry setup, and then I also want to have a little bit more brake bias in the front, but I can do that while driving. So yeah, let's get on track. I have a cool little feature that I've built here with the Asha 8-inch dashboard. I have the YouTube chat now here on this dashboard. That will be so helpful to keep the concentration and keep the focus and look at the racing action while I can also read the chat now. So that's super, super helpful. Yeah, let's see how that works today. Yeah, and good afternoon to Roadhog. Afternoon means you are where, Roadhog? Where are you watching from today? Sounds like more to the east, probably. Because in Central Europe it's now noon, and maybe in the US it's morning. So yeah, wherever you are watching from today, good morning or good afternoon. Yeah, let's get this car out of the pits and see. Yeah, I know what happened. Yeah. Oh, now my 7-way funky switch is completely gone. Oh shit, that's not cool. Oh, I have to first fix that probably before we can do anything. That's not so great. Give me a second. Now it fell onto my seat, of course. Wow. Where is it? I got it. Okay. So in this race, it's a 40-minute race then in a few minutes, and it will start raining like there is no tomorrow. So that's like a fixed rain transition that they've implemented into this, and yeah, it's also like multiple times. Yeah, like a time multiple factor for the time. Okay, so this went off. Yeah, with this funky way is essential to, unfortunately, operating all the menus and stuff. The in-car menu. Good that it happened now and not during the race. Doesn't, like, this screw doesn't really snap anymore. Yeah, so fiddly. Okay, I think it's good for now. Yeah, I wonder if they will also have rain in the actual 12-hour event. I guess so, yeah. Yeah, so yeah, the medium tires don't make any sense, so let's go to wets and get out of the pits. Yeah, I also found yesterday when I tested a little bit, using medium tires in wet conditions is not a great idea. So you can't really use them forever to kind of bridge the rain phase or something. That will not work. Okay, so yeah, TC slip angle on, yeah, this should be fine. And then the brake bias, I found 56, at least in the Cadillac, is my sweet spot in the rain. So what it does is it's just a bit safer in terms of the braking. You don't lose the rear immediately. Oh, Yannick with 357 in the rain, not bad. Let's see what we can get. So we still have 9 minutes to practice here a little bit in the rain, so we can at least do one flying lap after our out lap. I first have to get used to that. I don't have to look up anymore to my additional screen, but I can just read the chat here on my dashboard. Yeah, Sturk Sim Racing, it's very wet. The information even says extremely wet now, as you can see there on the left. Extremely wet track. Funnily enough, in my dashboard here, in this original Cadillac dashboard, it says wet ×2. So it's wet ×2. Double wet. So yeah, braking points. You can see also my braking force is like below 50% for that. So especially when the tire is still somewhat cold. I think the wet tire doesn't get much warmer than 50 degrees Celsius. So Rodark, what Mosa setup did you get when you say mid-tier? Like R12, R9, something like that? So what do my FPS say about this weather? 150. Not bad. 160 even. Well, when we are alone on track, obviously. Yeah, so welcome to the swimming pool. Okay, where's our energy level? At 87. 85. Okay. Yes, already a little late. But I knew that. I saw that coming. Yeah, the step from wet to extremely wet changes also the braking points again, like a little bit to the back. We have to brake a little bit earlier. So by the way, my battery, my state of charge, my SOC is the orange graphic that you can see on screen. On the left. So this 92% right now. It's a little bit too much. I'm kind of in danger of... Oh, yes, so slippery. So you don't want 100%, never, because it will cause more balance problems in the braking and stuff. So R12, CRP2 pedals, and the RS. Yeah, it's perfect. That's really good. We have this same setup all in our office. I think actually I drove a lot with the R12. I used it for several weeks on my home setup. Okay, let's get one somewhat cleaned up in the rain before we go back to the dry event. That will... So we will see the rain later on again. So give me one focused lap now. So it's really hard to see the track. Everything is just shimmering and reflecting, and the car is just not steering. You have to be super smooth with your inputs. Oh, it's immediately starting to lose the rear. Okay. How much throttle can we give it? A little bit. This corner is super tricky because like this downhill section really pulls the car into nirvana. Also here, like these elevation changes and little bumps, they get so dangerous. Twice as dangerous. Ah! The good part is in the rain you have a little bit more time to catch the car, but really just a little tiny bit. So when you feel it going sideways, there's still a chance that you can counter steer. Tire physics. It's very, very wet. I mean, but I would say it's somewhat believable. It's not impossible. You just have to be really smooth. I think the tire is okay. Yesterday, I drove this event already. I was in split 3 out of 9, okay? Split 3 out of 9. And there were 10 hypercars going into the race. Just guess how many finished the race. Just let me know in the chat. I will answer this in 2 minutes. So people seem to really be struggling with this. But yeah. So breaking point here, probably just shortly before the 100 meter board. There's someone already in the ditch. Yeah, that fits really well in heavy wet conditions. It's also a hypercar. There's the placeholder 3D model. What's happened with the radar? Why is this car so long? Have you seen that? That looked pretty strange. Maybe because it was the placeholder car? Oh my god, this corner is the scariest. So the car does not want to steer, so we have to be super slow in the corners. Okay, Michael says 2. So I remember the car just didn't turn here, so yeah, you have to be below 70 kbh. 2. Okay, next part here is also super sketchy. Especially here, just keep it close to the curb. The steering input, as you can see, is super smooth. And it's already starting to lose grip on the front. You are basically also 1 gear below what you would have in the dry. And the torque of this Cadillac doesn't really help either. 1 finished. That's a bit... Okay, turn in. First gear. Lap time can we get here? Maybe quicker than Yannick. Yannick had a 57. Yeah, we are about the same. Nice. 3:57. And we can basically also join the event. Is there someone coming from the pits? No. 1 finish. No, actually, 3 cars finished. 3 out of 10 or 3 out of 9. So that's that. And I can show you why this will be so tricky. Let's go back to the menu now. Oh man, this is so nice with the chat. You can see it a little bit, right? In this wheel camera. Now, even in my idle screen, I have the whole chat window here, so that's so comfortable. Oh, Yannick signed up as well. Yeah, nice. No, this event, as you can see here, progressing. And we have 2 times the fuel as well. So we have to pit for sure. Like you can do a maximum of 6 laps with this. So instead of 12, you are pretty much doing 6. That means there's 1 fuel stop for everyone at least. But yeah, as you can see here, towards the end of the race, it's starting to be a storm, heavy storm. So it will be super wet. And that already starts kind of from the middle of the race. So like from 20 minutes, 25 minutes onwards, it starts to rain. And like if you run this event, WEC Experience, it just starts immediately. So you can't do another lap because also the time period, or I don't know how they did it, but it just starts to rain immediately. Like within half a lap, the track is completely wet. So there's not a long transition phase with this. So yeah, we'll see. Let's see if we end up in the same split with Yannick. That would be nice. We have 4 splits only now. It's good. So there's a good chance maybe that we get into the same. Maybe even in the top split, let's see. So how are you guys doing? How was your start of that week? Yeah, Bobby, I can now see your comment. Bobby W, welcome. Okay. We have a non-existent practice kinda, just to make people join, and then we're getting into qualifying immediately. It will now be another transition for me to get into the rhythm with the dry tire, with the medium and soft. So I will use soft for the quali. Just there, you only have time for 2 laps. Over the moon. Better than over the Mars. So where is Yannick? Yeah, Yannick is here. Nice. So Yannick is number 24. I'm number 21. Kept kicking me off the stream and comment disappear. Well, that's not cool. I hope it's a you problem and not a platform or overtake problem. Okay, let's get the quali set up. Yeah, you can also see we have only 8 tires available, but this rule gets deleted after the rain starts, basically. Once the track is considered wet, once you can choose as many tires as you want, I believe. At least the number of wets is unlimited. So that's how I understand it. Maybe the limit still is valid for the dry tires and just the wet is an unlimited tire. I think that's the way it's done, probably. Yeah, pretty full grid here. Let's see if we see any familiar names. At least in the hypercar class. It's 13 hypercars. I only really know Yannick, I think. Yeah. Let's see. Any Cadillacs? Yeah, Cadillac seems to be one of the meta cars. We didn't really think about it when we chose the Cadillac. We already made the decision like many weeks back, and we were considering what car will we use for the 24-hour event. This is the daily gold, yeah, the WEC Experience thing. And yeah, we just thought about the different cars and everyone's preferences, and we kind of agreed that the Cadillac just has a beautiful engine note and that it's like a little bit underrated. And now it turns out the Cadillac is an actual meta car that many people are using. So yeah, that's that. So there was not really a big purpose behind it. It just randomly seems to perform well. I mean, the Peugeot also seems to be pretty good. The Ferrari seems to be very balanced as well. The Toyota seems to be completely out of bounds. Like, I saw people yesterday in the chat saying that the Toyota is super deadly and not good to drive. That's a bit sad because that is my main car, kinda. AC news. AC Rally. Yeah. The update is due. And yeah, still in February, so it should be basically from tomorrow onwards. Your first win in LMU yesterday on the papaya rules. What are the papaya rules? Hello, Bowman. Yeah, so AC Rally, you keep your eyes open tomorrow. Monte Carlo is coming. They already announced all of the patch notes, so we got all of the changelog of this new update already, so it can't be that far off. Yeah, we also have an Rennsport update coming tomorrow. Yeah, today I really want to focus on getting a better brake and throttle trace, so minimize the overlap between brake and throttle in the braking zones. Whenever you see that I get back into my bad habit kind of with the braking, if you're someone that likes to look at graphs, yeah, let me know in the chat. Hey Michel, look at your braking. Like, this was overlap now, on purpose obviously. But I generally want to have that green line not meeting the red line in the braking zone. Yeah, it's a lot of kilometers that they bring to AC Rally. Like, I think it's almost 30 or even more kilometers for AC Rally, which is pretty cool. It's a lot of road, like the full Col de Turini, Sisteron. They already... guys, I totally forgot the fuel. No. No. That'll mean that I can't get a lap in. I totally forgot about this, like, fuel thing here. 2 times the fuel? Oh no. Yeah, we will not make it. We will not make it anymore. That's pretty bad. Oh no. I just checked my fuel and was like, okay, that's not enough. Even though it said I have enough laps, but no, because the fuel is like twice the usage. Yeah, we can't make it anymore. No matter what I do now, we will not cross the finish line. I mean, I could have gone to the pits, and then we would have a lap time. Yeah, Yannick seems to have the same, because he's also in the pits now. Yeah, well, I don't want to use my medium tires. They are reserved for the race. Oh, yeah, just little ultimate thing. Sometimes you have to be really, really aware of what you're doing. But yeah, I mean, we can just keep on driving now, but it won't make a difference anymore. Yeah, but no problem. Yeah, we do a last to first challenge. What split are we actually in? Split 1. Cool, yeah. Last to first challenge in split 1 is always a great idea for a mediocre driver. Just making the stream more interesting for you guys, yeah? So, yeah, believe me, we will, even if we start 13, as long as we stay safe, especially in the rain phase and with the traffic, because this time we have multi-class with 3 classes, but we will only really meet the GT3s at one point. But yeah, that's staying safe is the main factor, not lose the car, not get involved in crashes and contacts. Almost all form of contact is pretty deadly here. The car performs already pretty well, even if the tires not being super hot. It's a nice Howard under braking, like with a little steering input, it already changes direction quite nicely. So the connection between steering and front axle since the tire update is really good. Still, the new tire model and we are not the best friends yet. That's mainly due to the snap of oversteer that you sometimes experience. So last to first confirmed, yeah. The problem for me is still that I drove really a lot with the old tire model because the hypercars are my main class, and you build all this muscle memory over multiple months, and then it changes just so slightly and everything feels a little bit off sometimes, and how the car reacts. So you could just rely on the tire a little bit more. It was a bit more forgiving before. So now whenever you kind of over the pace or over the limit, car's pretty much gone. Okay, yeah, time's over. Didn't get a lap. Where are the others on track now? We are in the middle of GT3s. Like, it's private qualifying, that's why you don't see other cars on track, obviously. In case you didn't know, that's a thing in Le Mans Ultimate. So Yannick, same mistake probably. Or same challenge that he wants to tackle, like last to first. Yeah, I got into the... Oh, 3:23. O'Sullivan, that's... Oof. We will never catch this guy, that's for sure. 3:23 with the new tire model, that's nuts. Okay, let's park the car. And I think I still have to get my screw fixed a little bit, my 7-way funky screw. Okay, let's go to the hypercar list. Okay, we are at least 10th still. Without a valid time here. Yeah, 3:23 is... I'm more in like... If I catch a good lap, I'm more in like 28 territory. 28, high 28s, I think, since the tire update. Before the tire update, I was at 26.5, I think, was my best time in qualies. And then, yeah, I lost pretty much 2 seconds to that time. So I bet the cars in general are a little bit slower. But I think that's what esports drivers had before as well, like 23s, 22s. I don't know how they do it. But there might be a way. But without the ability to use the slip angle as before, that's pretty remarkable. Yeah, it's still coming off. Let's hope this will hold up for the race at least. We only need it once in the pit lane, to set basically the tire change and everything. But ideally I can already set it up at the beginning of the race and then never touch it again for the pit stop. I can already load the race setup so we don't forget about it. Yeah, we have the medium tires for the start. Yeah, I tried to like get the lap time down a little bit today. I haven't really practiced Le Mans a lot since the tire refresh, and yeah, it's pretty important now as we drive a long event on Friday, so the 12 hours. Yeah, so yeah, with my usual, if I had a good lap, I would be even somewhere in the top 5. It's not too bad. So it gives me a little bit of hope then for the race pace. But yeah, Yannick and I are pretty much in the back now. He's also at the pits. Caddy OP. It'd be nice if it was OP. For me, at least. Yeah, maybe it's like the balance is always a factor, right? They just, like with 1.2.4, they just had some adjustments for the weight and power distribution of the GT3 class. So GT3 class is, if you missed that yesterday, yeah, you should always check out Overtake GG for these kind of changelogs and stuff. So there's a GT3 update for all the tire stuff and whatnot. There's Yannick. You can see him here on track. Yannick Haustein, the man himself. Okay, we at least the LMU gods were nice to us, so we are not starting from the back. So yeah, look how many people just. Why am I on soft tires? Wait a second. Why am I on soft tires now? I chose the medium tires. 100%. At least the fuel is okay. We have 100% fuel on board. But why are we on softs? I don't get it. But it's probably okay. What is the temperatures like? Yeah, it's a little bit too warm for the soft tires, but we will survive it, I hope. But I chose the medium tires. Yeah, better to dial the setup just before the start than in the session before, or in the qualifying. But yeah, let's see. Okay, energy first. Let's say, yeah, and also pit strategy. So we will 100% change to wet tires in lap 7. So that's sorted now. Plans are made. Okay, then energy is the next topic that you want to cover. I first want to drain the battery a little bit to get like to 50-60%, and therefore I will use 30 kilowatts. We will probably dial it down to 20 during the race, and then always transition between 20 and... you can also drain the battery with like holding the brake a little bit and just accelerate. This way you can make sure that you will not run into 100% in the first sector. I don't know if that makes sense, but I kind of thought that way, that it might be good to drain the battery a little bit before the race start. I mean, it will also drain the battery, of course, during... Okay, we have to concentrate now. The start is about to happen. Let's go!
Green flag, green flag.
Don't know where to go. Inside? Yeah, we should probably stay here on this end of the track. Always a little bit more space here. Ferrari on the left. We have to let him go. Okay, survived the first sector. 10th position. Thank you, Sturk Sim Racing. Ooh, he's not running a lot of wing. But he is running maybe a bit more wing, but no, the slipstream is also quite strong. Oh, someone's overshooting from the back. It sounds so nice. Yeah, he was. Mini lockup. Yeah, I can already see that the soft tires will get a little bit too hot. But we don't have to use them forever. If it was now a 12-lap stint, I would think a little bit differently. Oh, someone overshot. Oh, Yannick overshot. Oh no. I just saw Yannick going into the gravel pit. I also not nailed it. Mulsan corner. Mr. Bond himself. Yeah, Yannick is just copycat at this point. Same mistake in qualifying, probably. Same tire mistake. Yeah, the first three guys are super quick. Was a good virage du Corvette. Got a bit closer. Someone's next to the track. Green car. Okay, state of charge looks pretty good. Oh, this Aston Martin just died and we gave us a little hit in the front. Shouldn't be too bad, the front damage. Let's see how the front balance is here now. A little bit worse. Let's see if this will lose us also top speed. How bad is it? Just a little bit of paint. Yeah, let's just stay in touch with this Ferrari. Slipstream effect is quite significant. I also don't want to lose too much time now battling the guy. We need to catch up with the guys in front. We need to be a little bit smart now. Sparks. Yellow. Someone off? What happened? Maybe just someone dipped his toe into the grass and it triggered a yellow. Yeah, Slipstream seems stronger than I remember in previous updates. We're getting pretty close, but that could also be his wing setting. Maybe he runs a little bit more Wang. Big Wang gang. Oh, the yellow Ferrari. Okay, we are losing car after car. Just stay calm, just keep it safe is the strategy for now. So what do you guys think about the tire update? Now that it's like out for over a week. Are you even driving hypercars? .326 in race pace with a full tank of fuel. Are you kidding me, Sullivan? Oh, next car died. And the rain hasn't even started, guys. Like I told you before, yesterday there was a race with only 3 hypercars finishing the race. So this is how serious the rain will get. It will like everyone who's driving this event for the first time will be completely overwhelmed. So that's our big hope towards the end. Gain a few more positions than even. I'm also just a pixel before Silver 2, so maybe we can even move up to Silver 2 with this one. But that's still 32 minutes. Yeah, I don't know if... I don't attack him now. As soon as I'm out of the slipstream, it's also kind of over for me. It's not absolutely worthless to trying to attack this guy, because we will never get far ahead. Maybe... Nah... Look. We try it again. This time our exit was significantly better, probably. That's why we have better speed now. What is the SOC? 48. Okay. Back to 20. Oh, the Ferrari spun behind us. No. I feel being sorry for him. Did pretty well so far. But yeah, that's just a snap of obviously moments that you can get with the tire model. With controller, I can't even think about Or imagine driving this with a controller. Oh! No! Ha! Oh my goodness me! Just 2 cars dying in the same corner, and we are 4th. No way. Tires are a bit warm, but not to a level that it's dangerous or anything. Let's see if we can catch up to the guy in front. 8 seconds now. Keep the gap as short as possible. I think in the rain we have a real shot at the podium. That was scary. We saw the car already. What is it called when a horse is like kicking? Steps out? Yeah, stepping out, right? Yeah, the caddy is strong. Yeah, to be honest, I never tried LMU with the controller. Maybe it's time for that. Just for curiosity. Yeah, that will be the next big step, right? For LMU, going on consoles. That will be huge. Yeah, BMW is sticking. He's now benefiting from our strong straight performance. You feel the car's already getting significantly lighter. Some corners I can take in a higher gear already. Yeah, 2 times the fuel consumption, as shows already. We only have two more laps basically after this one. Yeah, the top 3 are way quicker than we are. Yeah, this is a dangerous corner, yeah. The Indianapolis. Many people lost the car here. At least we have a good distance to P6. Yeah, then we just have our one rival sitting here from France. Yeah, you feel like tires a bit too hot. And the front wing also, like the front aero, does not support as good as it could. But we are still on the way to get our personal bests. Not beautiful, but quick enough. Yeah, we are not pitting this lap, so I will on the Mulsanne straight check for the forecast. If René is still around, maybe we can start a poll. Asking people if they drive Hypercar, LMP2, LMP3, or GT3. Or what's their predominant class? Yeah, I messed up the Sector 1. Now the BMW is coming for us. It's pretty warm today. We've gone from like 5 degrees to 17. It's sun's out. Before the stream I already took a little walk in the sunshine. It was quite nice. So what about traffic? Yeah, it's still a long way to go until we meet the GT3s. Weather forecast. Yeah, it's getting more cloudy. LMP2 I really like. LMP2 is my favorite maybe even because yeah, there's no bloody BOP or Meta. Everyone just has the same car, which I really like. My torque settings. Something like 10 or 12. So I'm using 100% or 98% of wheelbase. Torque, which is 25, and then I think in-game at LMU I use 40. So it's 40% of 25. Is that like 10, 11-ish? Yeah, probably. Yeah, it's getting darker. The rain is coming, friends. Have you seen the anime, Weathering with You? We will need that Sunshine Girl earlier than we think. I use a native LMU FFP. I'm not a big fan of external apps. They are only adding stuff that I can't really... Yeah. It doesn't really improve my driving, let's put it like this. It's we are pretty low on the fuel side. I have to be a bit careful now. Saving a little bit of fuel. Okay, the first people lap in the pits already. Yeah, it will start to rain now. I am pretty sure. I have to fuel save a tiny bit in this lap to be safe with virtual energy. So no attack on the BMW. But yeah, in a few minutes, all the rules of this race will change drastically. There will be a second race in the race. Yeah, the rain is coming. It will be an absolute mess indeed. This separates the men from the boys and the girls from the women. Yeah, the top 3 are probably untouchable. But we are still fighting for strong P4 and split 1. I mean, that's not too bad. Stay within range. Remarkably, the Cadillac behind us has still 13% left, so he saved energy already on the go. Hello, G-Sport! Where's the rain? Still not... I wish I could just drive one more lap to see how the rain is coming or not coming. It's not always the same, like there's still a little variation, even if the weather setting is set. Yeah, what are we doing now? Let's see what the top 3 are doing. I will be prepared to change my tire choice. So they all have to stop now. Maybe we will see the tire once we enter the pit lane. A big chance now to gamble a bit. To be honest, I really want to do that. I gamble too often and I'm due to learn my lesson. The rain will come.
That time was a 3:36.12.
Yeah, here it is. Oh, where's my... This is so unfair. Oh no. I hate this. I was supposed to wait until it's clear. No way. Fuck, yeah, sorry to the BMWs. But in the heat of the battle, like this split moment where the car just moves and you're like, okay, this guy now leaves the pits. That's... shit. Like sometimes loses. Yeah, we have aero damage. I don't know how bad it is. I think it's just the second part of the paint that's gone off. Oh, yeah, when it gets busy in the pit lane, it's the worst in LMU. Unsafe release. Yeah, maybe. I mean, are you really checking the rearview mirror when you are like being released in the pits? As a sim racer, you don't. That's something that we have to learn. Okay, brake bias 56. Just to add that extra safety margin to our braking. It's still dry. This guy behind us has a huge advantage now, because he's on the dry tire. I already added a little bit of slip angle and a little bit of power cut. I hope our aero damage is not too crazy. If I would now request a pit stop, it will not ask me to repair, which is a good thing. Okay. The cool thing is the wet tire works kinda well on dry conditions. Yeah, that's also a good solution left here. I agree. So it's already damp, and it will be wet in no time. This will play into our cards. But this is such a fun race. Like it has all the good stuff, like multi-class, weather, and all of that in just 40 minutes. Yeah, especially if you don't have triples, you would have to map the look back button to check the pit lane and stuff. Yeah, I see why people will not do it, even though they have to. Maybe LMU needs a little 3-minute pit stop tutorial on their official channel to make people aware of what to do in the pits, how to leave the pits, how to enter the pits. Because you also have so many tracks that have these like double lane thing going on, where I'm also not always aware of what to do and where to position the car. Saved. The Lollipop Man. Oh yeah, I remember him. What a legend. Yeah, you can see him now in the Cadillac being... yeah, this is getting tricky now. Slightly Wet already starts to getting very tricky with the dry tire. And once it's wet, it's over for the mediums. Yeah, now it's wet. Okay. Yeah, you can see he's completely out of traction now. He will probably go into the pits. Yeah. Okay guys, now I have to really focus hard, because the slightest mistake is killing us. Frame rate is dropping hard here in the start-finish area. Whoa, it's not turning. The tricky part is now we have wet track and traffic. So we have to alter our racing line, and that makes it even trickier. We are in P4 again. I think one of the guys in the top 3 died. Oh my goodness me. Holy Lollipop Man, save me. It's now Storm. Welcome to the storm. Yeah, just like when it starts raining, brake at least 50 to 75 meters earlier than, like if you braked at the 100 board, brake like just after the 150 meter board. Like operate the brake super smoothly, probably below 50% of brake force. It's my sweet spot kinda to brake safely. It's even more important to separate the brake from the accelerator and then just super smoothly operates throttle and brake. So Cesar is 7 seconds in front of us. Okay, that will be super hairy now. Like, we don't have much more corner speed. Both lost the apex. We don't have much more corner speed than the GT3s. So it's probably a better call to just wait a little bit. O'Sullivan doesn't have a lot of virtual energy left. I mean, they have a crazy gap. That's why I'm thinking this. This is the scariest corner in rain, because it's such a high-speed entry on such a small margin. Okay, 6 seconds to Cesar. If we catch him, maybe he makes us a Cesar salad. That was bad. Oh really? We just, like, at the beginning of the stream, we talked about the Nacon insolvency. So the WRC partnership seems to be one of the ones that they want to keep and run. This is super scary here, the Wall of Champions. In the Virage du Pont. Yeah, this is the place where you don't want to meet any of the GT3s. But this is... Ooh. Ah! God, give me ABS. 10 minutes to go. Yeah, lock up. Tequila. When you choose your driver name and don't know what to do, you end up like this. And you call your team Wagon Racing. Wow. It's the rain dance. Ah, yes, I knew it. We are safe, we are safe, we are safe, we are safe, we are safe. We are safe. Just have to wait for 2 more. There's an MP2 coming as well. Please don't crash into me. We will not be the only one to whom that happens. No damage, no impact, all good. We are still in P4 with a huge gap. And all it takes is 1 mistake by Caesar. There just has to be a little leaf of a Caesar salad and he's slipping as well. There's Tequila again. This livery! Oh my goodness me. It's of course about cats. Yeah, that's... This livery we have to look, we have to check again. Okay, it's only 13 seconds to Caesar again, so he also had him off. Maybe he has damage even. Who knows? The puddles everywhere. This is very slow here. You are easily over-committing for that entry or that exit. The iRacing rain is better. Far better, because the whole track here is just the same. Yeah, there's like these puddles are not doing anything. You can just drive through them. In iRacing, this would have been a real water. So the rain in LMU is very bare bones. It's like the rain in ACC. Doesn't really do a lot, like in terms of the dynamic of the track. So it's affecting the curbs, I think. So the curbs are way more slippy. No, not really. No, the only, I mean, there's a drying line. I think when it gets dry, there's a certain driving line that is formed. So you can also cool down tires and stuff. So yeah, it works in that regard. But the layer of water is just very even. Oh, someone deleted my braking marker here. This corner is really the worst. I don't expect it to be that slow. Yeah, I think iRacing is still, for me, is the best train. Also, the performance impact of iRacing's train is so little compared to LMU's, if you just look at FPS and stuff. Yeah, can we catch Caesar? That's the real question now. Our pace seems to be a little bit better than his. So let's just keep pushing. We can still afford 1 more spin. As long as we don't end up in the wall. So like in places like here, I can give it a little bit more risk. That didn't work. Ah! Shocking. Oh, this is so scary here. Oh. So in rain you will naturally drive a bit like flatter, so in terms of the apex you will not drive as sharp, so you will approach the corners a little bit flatter on your entry. This is how you have to alternate. So last time we spun here, so this is super sketchy with this like downhill. This will just kill the rear grip. Here's the same, like, whoa. Once you're over the crest, you can push the accelerator again, and then, whoa. So I really hope now it will also rain on Friday in the big event. Yeah, Cesar found some pace. It's now 13 seconds again. Only 4 minutes left. Oh, wow. Yeah, I agree. There could be a bit more fuel for the tire in LMU's force feedback. I mean, there's good fuel for the load, so you can really feel once you build up speed and the aero of the car kind of impacts the steering force. That works quite well. But the pure tire feel and yeah, slip angle feel is just almost non-existent in the force feedback. So whenever you have a sketchy moment, you have to catch the car, kinda. There's not really a lot of information in the force feedback. But for me, it's good enough to enjoy it, so it could be worse. For me also, LMU is more about becoming a better driver on the braking. Like the braking is really what matters here in LMU, especially in the cars that have no ABS, like the prototypes. And the big sensation for me is in LMU to learn proper or get better at braking. That's really where you find the tenths and seconds and all of that. Steering and throttle application, yeah, also especially throttle application, also very important. But the braking is really where it matters. Because gradually accelerating once you found the grip. Oh, maximum. Oh, this corner, I can't. Yeah, we are basically just managing our P4 now. Nothing else we can do. If Cesar makes another big mistake, so be it, but I wonder if the 14% virtual energy... yeah, okay, he's 1 minute ahead. At least the puddles, if the puddles would work, yeah, that would be super interesting, especially on the Mulsanne straight then, strategically not driving into puddles. Okay, final lap, right? Must be. I'm not too sure anymore about O'Sullivan's strategic choice for virtual energy. Maybe he is running out of it. The guy in second, maybe as well. I don't know. They still have a quite long way to go. It is extremely wet. Can't go much faster than the Lexus here in the corner section. Oh. No. Petuza, we just discussed this. The puddles are just the texture. Sadly, be nice. little bit too late here. I just saved it into a... We can afford track limits. But in the wet it almost doesn't matter because you are so slow that the penalty is not triggered. But that's such a fun race. We will do that. We will do that again. Minimum one more, if not two. I think we can already register for the next one right after this. With the experience of this race, I think we have a good shot. I think the first one is in danger. Is he already done? I think he finishes. Yeah, he has to wait now. He has to wait. Yeah, he waited at the start-finish line until the clock was done, basically. Otherwise, he would have not done it. Yeah, it happens so quickly, guys. It's incredible. We have to be so focused, wow. But we are safe. We will be in P4. I'm that optimistic now. Yeah, he ran out of virtual energy and waited. He had such a big margin though. Easy for him. You saw like the time went down and down and down, so he probably waited for the clock. Because one more lap and it would have been over for him. I probably know why it happened. I had 100% battery, maybe. Okay, I think we are safe. Yeah, P4 missed the podium, but still split 1 out of 4, so that's the good drivers here, so it's a good finish. Ah, wow. That was stressful, but also a lot of fun. Yeah, Cesart, Cesart, GG. Yeah. Where's Yannick? Where is Yannick? I haven't really seen him in the leaderboard, but he managed in P9 at least. Okay. Yeah, he had like the first lap was not great for him probably, and then he didn't recover anymore. Cool. Can we watch the replay? Yeah, wet is super tricky, but I think I'm now prepared for the next one. Good race. Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, if it comes down to the energy management. Ah, Cesar is half German, half French. That's a good combo. Cool. Yeah. Anything else that we can do here? Yeah. Let's see how many cars are DNF. At least in hypercars, it was only 4 of them being DNF. Overall, let's see. How many people didn't finish? Ah, quite a lot. I would say like 25%, maybe. 20 to 20. Ah, still a good result. I think people are now getting used to it. Hello, Harold Foxy. You are just joined in the right moment. We are about to hit the second one. I will quickly wait for the rank breakdown and then register for the next one. So the next one should start So basically in 3 minutes or so. Have I made it to Silver 2 though? That's the big question. I will check later. I don't want to miss the next one, so I just go back to the menu now. Let's see. Yeah, it starts in 2 minutes, exactly. So that's good. And we just register once again in the Cadillac. Also here, René Butler himself, he will not drive, but he's in the team, of course. So here we go. Okay, let's see. Yeah, then all the rain made me want to go to a certain place now, all the water. So yeah, see you in 2 minutes when the event starts. Okay, we are back. Harry Foxy, how are you doing? I have a new toy. I have the Usher 8-inch dashboard, and what I did is I got a lovely dashboard, and I've gone to the dashboard editor in SimHub and got a chat overlay, and especially in the race mode, it's perfectly integrated. It's so good. Like I can now see the YouTube chat here, like in my vision, kinda, and don't have to look up anymore during the race. It's so convenient. It's really good. So yeah, keeping in touch with you guys even more during the race. Okay, join the event now. Yeah, another one. Same weather, same everything. Let's see how we can do this time. I think there were a few more people registered now. I kind of always was like anti DDU because it covers a little portion of the screen. But when I saw Usher announcing the super flat, ultra wide kind of dashboard, I thought like this is the time to get on board with DDUs. And yeah, I don't want to miss it anymore. Even though you have a screen now on the wheel and a DDU, so technically I would not require a screen anymore on the steering wheel. Even though I use the dashboard now also, one part I use for the YouTube chat and the other part for racing related information. So that's super comfortable. And then I have the, just for the immersion, I have the original from LMU dashboards, like the Cadillac dashboard. Or for each car, I have the correct dashboard now in LMU. That's so cool. Yeah, really adds a lot to the immersion. Cool, then yeah, practice 1 minute, we don't have to join. We can just check the list of the drivers again. This time we are split 1 out of 5 again. Brilliant. Only 10 hypercars this time around. One of the guys joined just again. I think the only driver I recognize is Leo Tsang in the Aston Martin. The tire model Time Mod and I are not friends yet. Let's put it like this. It will still take, like, I guess, up to 2 weeks or maybe the full 12 hours of Le Mans. But then on each track, I just have to relearn my muscle memory, and that's really annoying me. So last week I drove a little bit of Spa, and I also had to completely relearn some of the corners and when you can push and when to accelerate. So that's still a problem for me, but yeah, not a big deal. I would still say that I liked it before, but how things go, everyone is always like, yeah, the new time model is better than the old one, and yeah, so I have to align to the mass, kinda. But I would have kept the time model, to be honest. I would have not be unhappy if they kept it like it was. Okay, this time we have to make sure that we have the correct setup, because we all know 2 times the fuel consumption means 2 times the fuel consumption. Therefore, we need to lower our expectations as well as our fuel, or higher our fuel, kind of. So now we should be able to finish the qualifying to all of the glory. Okay, Lukas Magnussen. Do you know whom I also saw in one of the LMU? Where is the HUD off? Huh? Where's the HUD? Hello? Interesting. HUD was gone for I don't know why. Do we have the correct tires? Yes. Let's go. I saw Ott Tanak. I mean, could have been an Ott Tanak fan, but why would you name yourself after Ott Tanak in an endurance game? I don't know if Ott Tanak is like the rally driver, you know? Don't know if he's a sim racer. I have no plan. No idea. I think no plan is something that you don't say as an English native, right? Because in Germany we say, ich hab keinen Plan, when we don't know about certain things. But maybe that's a false friend. I think it is more realistic, yeah. If you look at high downforce, slick tire behavior, I think it's more realistic. But it doesn't really help that you don't really feel what the tire is doing, and you have these moments. So LMU for me mostly is based on muscle memory. You just drive a track for like 1 hour, 2 hours, and then you learn where to accelerate and where not to accelerate. And you don't really drive with your feedback. You know what I mean? That's more like my gripe that I have. I know, Angiano. I just realized in the moment I changed the tires that I could just click the soft button. But then it was already too late. I know. Hello, Asphalt. No plans, okay. I have no plans about this. It's not my Smurf account, no. Why should I drive as Ott Tanak? As much as I like him? Yeah, but no, it's good, Angiano. Like, every time you see something that I do wrong, please remind me of it. I want to learn, yeah? Okay, is our tire alive? Not quite. From my feeling, it takes like 70 degrees and 160 kPa to be where it should be. I think 30 kilowatts will be good for the model map. This engine sounds so good. I think this and the Porsche 963 are the best sounding hypercars. I mean the Aston Martin Valkyrie, yeah, of course. Okay, flying web. Let's see what we can get. My goal is 28 for now. It's not ideal. A little bit too much back and forth with the steering. It's not a bad for a sector. Let's just nail the braking points. I just saw the first Assetto Corsa Evo special event is on Sunday. The Lara EXP on Spa. Multiple slots, like during the 1st of March. Too cautious. Would have pushed more. Yeah. Good. So funny that you can still see the other drivers in the relative. Can we? Oh shit! Yeah, this corner. This corner. This is what I mean. This is what I mean with learning by the muscle memory, because this is something you can't really see happen. Like you try to push it a little bit too much, and then the car is just freaking wrong. Yeah, that was too fast. But the tire doesn't give you any information that you are too fast. That's a little bit the problem. But the style points? What we got? Man, I'm glad I don't have to start on this tire. Because this has the R factor 2 frequency now. Let's see. Yeah, even though we didn't kill it. We still got a 30 something, wow. Still a 35 with a complete donut. I'll take it. So probably the 28 would have been realistic, but that way, that was not so cool. But we are warned now for this corner to not over commit going into that. That was not great. 7th place so far out of 10 is, the question is, are there more hypercars coming? 2 of them are in the pits, so we are at least 7 out of 10 for now. Yeah, we seem to be 7. This guy's also in the pits, yeah, so we are 7 out of 10. Yeah, could have been P5 or something, but it's okay. The top 3 again are out of my range, I would believe. But Leo Tsang, last time we got him. Yeah, there's no sweet spot right now, Dan. I think you got... Yeah, what does have, like, the best of all of the worlds currently would be, I don't know. Original Assetto Corsa, I'm not too sure. Okay, so this time we have to get the fresh tires. Yeah, V-Racing, interesting question. I was still under the impression that Studio Freelance 7 does not enable rain for hypercars, because when the update launched the week ago, we got an email that like told us also about all the patch notes and everything, and they said the hypercars will receive another wet patch, and this patch seemed to happen then with 1.2.4. I don't know if it was mentioned in the patch notes, but it seems like they have it under control. So yeah, it works, but it's super tricky. You will see like during half of the race, like after 20 minutes, it will start to rain like if there's no tomorrow. It's really horrible, like a lot of rain, and people will struggle a lot still, and I will struggle a lot. I don't say that I'm the rain master. I'm absolutely not, but at least I have a little bit more practice than all of the guys around me, hopefully. So we can hopefully gain a few positions once the rain starts, like last time. Last race we started from what, 11, and made our way to 4th. So here's another one. Let's see. If it dries up, yes, then you have this like zone of people basically drying up the track on the ideal line. So if you are still on wet tires, you can benefit a little bit from driving in the wet spots. So that works only for the ideal line, I guess. So you can alter a little bit, and you have to alternate your line during wet driving. Like you have to approach the corners a bit differently, especially in the hypercar, because the hypercar just doesn't like any sharp corners or any sharp angles or triangles and whatnot. The car looks really cool with the neon yellow. Let's look at the other cars here for a bit. Good mix this time. LMP2s there in the back. Okay, let's get our tire choice done. Oh shit, my 7-way funky switch is... No! Can I use the keyboard? Shit. Shit. That's not good. Oh no. No, it fell off. No! Shit. Oh no. Is there another way? Oh my goodness me. That's so frustrating. Is there another way of changing this menu? I can't change my tire. I can't believe it. Oh shit. Yeah, I have to think this is a future Michel problem. That's bad. Okay, focus now.
Green flag, green flag.
What are we doing now? I can't operate this menu right now because my 7-way funky fell off. What's he doing? So I need to change this slider to the right. To choose the wet tire. That's all I need to do to be safe. And then hope that I don't have to toggle between any... This is the immediate loss of grip on the rear, and you can't do anything about it, and we lost the rear wing. Yeah, the car is just dancing now. And I can't operate my funky way 7 my 7-way funky switch right now. Yeah, what am I doing now? I can't operate this menu. It's over. That's it. I gotta return to the pits. And then, I don't know. I can't get back to the pits. Yeah, I have to... yeah. I have to fix my 7-way on the spot. Nothing else I can do. That's really bad. I have to be quick. I don't know why this thing keeps falling off. I screw it tightly and then it just comes off again. Maybe I will use the one from the other side now. If that's safer. I can't believe it. Yeah, it's back. Now I don't have one on the other side, but that's not too important for now. Thank you, by the way, Hard Set, for sponsoring this segment. Not. Okay, let's get going. Wow, that was very effective this time. Yeah, give me the repair. Ah! So our only hope is now the rain. Oh my god, yeah, the balance is completely ass. Asha Atura ultimate. Max Verstappen's wheel, basically. But it's not the wheel's fault, 100% not, because I had to work on the wheel a little bit. And I probably just didn't screw it correctly, or maybe I wore out the screw that holds the 7-way funky switch. Like, this is a super tiny screw there. I can show it to you where we are in the pits. How long do we have to wait? 90 seconds, okay. Yeah, so this one, can you see it in the camera? Focus, focus, focus. Ah, yeah, this one. It seems to be worn out a little bit. And therefore it used to came off again. And then this is my exact... yeah, so ideally you need a fallback, kind of, to... Maybe the arrow keys or something to operate that. And it's very unfortunate, like due to a wheel fail, to a button topic, to lose positions and stuff is the most unfortunate thing ever. Yeah, I did panic a little bit, though, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, all we can do now for the next 33 minutes is to focus, to wait for the rain, and to wait for people maybe DNF and gain more positions. That's the only thing that we can do now, and improve our lap time, of course, and our performance. So I really want to work on the WEC Experience. I also try to get a better feel for the tire as well. Okay, so we fueled now, which is not ideal. Okay, let's go. Let's go. What kind of tires did it give us now? We have the same tire, right? Yeah, the medium. So next time we need the wet tire. Once and for all. The hybrid is on 30. We got 90% battery. That's good. We are not in the middle of the GT3s, which is a good thing. That's the good news. But we are down one lap. Let's go. Yeah, the thing with the 7-way funky is you can still use the 4 directions, up, down, left and right. But I mapped changing from left to right by, yeah, what is it called? Like, the circular movement. The steps kind of, left and right. Yeah, let's just, if we would roleplay the situation, we had a problem with our MGU. And the engineer had to reset it. That's the proper roleplay situation now. Box, box. Michel, you have to stop the car. We found an issue in the software. Twisting, yeah, twisting. Sometimes I'm out of words. Yeah, I can adjust the virtual NVIDIA. Now the twisting works, as I use the 7-way button from the left side. I need even less probably, as we spend so much time on the pit lane. Oh, we will see. It's still a while. The rain will start soonish. Dust cloud. It's super quick, the LMP2. It's not the unrestricted one even. Yeah, we basically lost 2 minutes, or even more, like we were stranded there for a while. Because I couldn't choose the wet tires back then. Found a hypercar. Is it an Alpine? Yes. So we got a lap back now. Prototypes, hands down. I just love the how fast they are and mastering the braking technique and all of that, so it's a bit more challenging. I feel like in hypercars I can make it a bit more different when I have a good, when I have a good pace in the hypercar, I can make more of a difference than in the GT3. The GT3 is super competitive in LMU. So very, very early. But I also sometimes drive GT3, of course. But my preferred GT3 simulator is indeed iRacing. When it comes to special events and things like that. But yeah, hype for LMP2 and Hypercar, LMU is my absolute favorite. Just really get into the rhythm. This feel when you finish the race without mistakes in a Hypercar and even got a good position. Will be pretty problematic for him when the rain starts. Have you even heard me? Was my microphone a little bit off again? Oh, this guy will be in trouble when it rains. What LMU should do is separating the driver ratings and safety ratings for each class. I mean, you don't need a pedal cam. You see my braking input in the telemetry. There's not a lot of magic to it. It looks cool when you have rally stuff with the clutch and all of that, so that might be cool. I guess there will be more rally streams soon with AC Rally Monte Carlo dropping very soon. Okay, the weather is about to get dark and darker. Yeah, I do. Oh, someone lost the hypercar. So we get another lap back. P8. Okay, how much fuel will we need? 90%. Yeah, so it will be the Skoda and... Were there more cars coming even, or just Skoda and Monte? I think there was one more car, but I can't remember what it was. Just remember, in the hypercar, the grass is lava. Did he? I was focusing so much to the front that I missed it. Okay, I think it's pitting this lap. Oh, we already gained one position. Is it the lap already? We'll find out very soon. It's one of the more boring events. Also, it's better now, right? Yeah, sorry, it's still the shakes of the force feedback sometimes do something in my preamp and then the microphone gets lost. Yeah, no, I was just saying that the Lancia Fulvia is not really the car that I'm looking forward to. It's a front-wheel driven car, right? From the 60s. I didn't love it in Dirt Rally 2.0, but maybe, I mean, AC Rally did quite a good job with the classic cars. They feel really lively and... Oh no, this corner again! But this time... I have to rewatch to see what I did wrong, like breaking too much for you. But yeah, the Lancia Fulvia, yeah. It's like the Alfa Romeo that's already in the game, right? Characteristics-wise, front-wheel drive, very light, thick tires, and a lot of tire to rely on probably. So like the perfect car to just enjoy the stages and driving. But it will be a lot of fun with manual transmission and all of that. Okay, it starts to rain. We get in. Wow, that was sketchy. Okay, it's getting real now.
Lap 341.62.
Please, this time, not an accident in the pits. That was safer. Okay, so good timing to get the wet tires. I think we would have gotten away with less virtual energy, but yeah, I mean, the few seconds that we have extra now, not a big deal. Is it finally? Yeah, I see the problem. But no, it should be fixed again. Okay, in 35 seconds. Yeah, I can't wait for the comparison between the Skoda Fabia and the Hyundai in Rally 2. Okay, brake balance to the front. More slip angle, more power cut. We got the right tire, hopefully? Yes, we do. Okay, let's go. Time to gain some positions. Even though we have 3 minutes gap still. Check, check. So, I think I'm here. But I also think that I will, tomorrow, at the latest, I will order a new piece for this microphone, so that does not happen again. That's really annoying. Okay, breaking point here, slightly earlier. It's still rather dry, so the breaking points are almost the same. And the car is also still steering. Let's see how dynamically it falls apart now. Oh, our energy is running out. This is obviously very slow already. Yeah. So yeah, damp is pretty drivable. Moist. Slightly one after the 100 board when it's damp. That works. Okay. Nordschleife, Sebring. And the third one is tough. I have to think about it a little bit. Does Targa Florio count? Petusa, you mean Arnage? Yeah. The one where I lost the car 2 times, right? Even though it sounds funky, but I think in the rain it's not as much of a problem for me as in the dry. Breaking into those like hard braking zones. Because I'm having quite a safety margin, I think, on the wet tire compared to the dry tire. Like the reaction time goes up from 0.3 milliseconds to like 0.7. That's my feeling. But yeah, it's so difficult. It's maybe one of the most difficult things you can do in sim racing. Liberto is in the pits again, maybe for a longer repair. Is that a first chance of gaining another position? A glimmer of hope. Okay, now we will have a little bit of traffic. The initial acceleration is just GT3 level. Yeah, that first is also nice. But yeah, it would be probably Nordschleife and Sebring as my top 2. Yeah, and the third spot is really depending on my mood. If we count also rally stages, yeah, it would probably be a nice rally stage. To drive also a rally car here and then. Oh no! Yeah, you see, just... I've just been on the accelerator for 100% for a little moment, and the TC is just not working anymore. The TC just does nothing. It's like completely overwhelmed. I wonder if the TC in the real cars is also that bad that it just doesn't work anymore in the rain. I mean, the TC is almost maxed out, yeah? Maybe it's not designed for rain driving. Engine brake, engine brake, engine brake! So tricky. The moment it got from wet to very wet, everything stopped working in my system. Okay, let's try to focus a bit and stabilize. Yeah, it's really just pure practice, pure muscle memory that you have to build because you don't feel anything that is happening to the car. It is just gone at some point, and that's really frustrating about the hypercars currently for me with the new tire model. But I think it was like that already in rain, especially before. And now look, it just doesn't turn in. But there's just no feel for this driving behavior or for this... Like, there's nothing in the force feedback, it's just purely numb. There's not a single, like, bump or effect that tells you something about the tire. And it's just a little bit lackluster in that sense. So yeah, it's just about learning what happens when you do this, what happens when you do this, and then just repeat, like pure practice. Like if you want to stabilize an LMU and get fast LMU, it's just repeating it and repeating it all over again. It's something that I can find enjoyment in, but it's not for everyone, that's for sure. Maybe I should try it. Up. At least in the rain, it's not a big deal if you like miss a corner. It won't give you the shortcut thing. The problem is that I think LMU is going for a more realistic approach when it comes to the information that you get in a steering wheel. So something like tire scrubbing, you would probably not feel in the steering rack of a car. That's also the thing in LMU. Not LMU, in Project Motor Racing. They are only giving you, as far as I understood, the steering rack as force feedback. So a realistic approach. But as sim racers, we usually don't have more like G-forces and vibrations in the car itself. So you would probably feel a tire losing grip or understeering through the chassis of the car more and in your seat than through the steering wheel. But I still think that for sim racers, it's also important to feed a little bit more info through the steering wheel. And especially the tire feel should be more in the steering shaft, kinda. I'm currently running the Simocube 3 Pro 25mm wheelbase, and the wheel is the Asha Artura Ultimates. That's exactly the wheel that Max Verstappen is using, funnily. It's very popular among sim racers. Okay, just 7 minutes and we're done, and we can tackle the next one. Yeah, exactly. And even the motion rigs, mostly they give you the information either too late or also not the kind of information that is useful. It's more of a show effect mostly. A motion rig has to be dialed in very well. Oh my god, this is so rainy now with all the spray coming from the other cars. Feel like no hezzy. on the autobahn here. Did you hear that? I heard the exact opposite. Like, none of the esports drivers, or barely any esports driver, is using a motion platform. It would also be not, like, especially the esports drivers that go to offline events, where they don't have motion then in the cockpit, and they lose information. I think that's why they also not do it, but I don't think that many of the esports drivers are using it. But again, for esports drivers, it's the same as the LMU approach. Just repeat, repeat, repeat. You don't need the feel. You just need to know what works and what not through your muscle memory and constant repeating of the driving. That's why a format like on Sim Formula Europe is so interesting, where they give the drivers a completely new setup that they can't practice. I can only tell you that to catch the hypercar with a, like, if you have a feel for the tire, catching the hypercar would mean the reaction is like in milliseconds. So you get an impulse and you have to react in milliseconds. And I think most of the motion platforms and systems and sensors, they just act too slowly. They are not fast enough to actually make you react to it, to catch a car. That's my biggest concern, kinda. And yeah, I don't know. It's cool for immersion, but will it really help to make you a better driver? Yeah, maybe just through the... You feel the car a bit better, and that always helps. Is this a penalty? Yeah, it is. Okay. I just want to exploit a little bit, see how far you can go. At least we got our lap back from multiple cars, so our pace is there. We just have to survive next time. All the technicalities. The Iron Dames. They are not competing anymore, right? At least not in the GT3. I think some manufacturer wanted to, like one of the manufacturers we talked to at Sim Gaming Expo in Chicago, one of them said they are going to put a test online of some esports drivers. Motion versus non-motion, what made them faster. So this experiment is something I really want to see. Like with as much data as possible. Hello Sven, by the way. I'm driving your Cadillac. Delivery, done by Sven, our teammate Sven. I honored it in the first race today, but not in the second one, that's for sure. First race we got a solid P4 in split 1, but this time my 7-way funky switch button cap fell off and I couldn't choose the wet tire anymore. Then I had to stop the car on track, change my button cap from left to right to make the button work again. The first thing that I will do now after this race is mapping an alternative button to switch from left to right in the pit menu. Oh, we are running out of track. Well, this triple strip here feels super, super nice in the force feedback, so it's possible. LMU has pretty good force feedback when it comes to the road effects. Like, the feeling for the road is great. But not so much for the tire. So it's only like one part of the contact patch that you really feel. Mostly. It's just the missing link. You feel the road, but not the tire. So you feel 50% of the tire there in that sense. Does that make sense? And in a real car, depending on your suspension and steering rack, of course, but in a real car, I think it's the complete opposite. Or maybe not. Difficult to say. But since I started sim racing, every time I drive the real cars, I try to kind of remind myself about the effects and the feel that I get just in the steering wheel. And it's sometimes shocking how you don't feel anything in the steering wheel. So there's not really a lot of vibrational information in the steering wheel. Mostly when you have a flat spot or a tire is a little bit bent. Like when the car was standing in the garage for like 3 weeks. Like the first kilometers you sometimes feel this little like unevenness in the tire. AMS has quite good tire information in the force feedback, but then I think the slip angle is just too wide. So it always feels a little bit floaty. Connected, but floaty. Oh yeah, Spacer QC. It's the Usher, the brand new Usher 8-inch. The ultra wide thing. It's perfect. Like 8-inch, super ultra wide resolution. It's like what, 3000 something? 3800 something by 1080, I believe. So it's basically a 49-inch in small, like like a mini super ultra wide. Yeah, the Corsair does not have sim racing LEDs, so yeah, it's Usher racing. It will be shown in a bit more detail in one of the upcoming videos, where we talk about some immersive sim racing gadgets. Yeah, this corner is still... This is not how you should drive it. Yeah, I mean the cool part about the Usher is it just fits like a glove to the Simocube wheelbase. It has the pre-drilled holes in it and the screws and everything to just like it's plug and play, really. That's the perfect part about that one. And I even got the YouTube chat on this now. Like in the Lovely Dash, I added it in SimHub. I can show you that actually in a second when we're done with the race. Yeah, I have to just... Next time we drive this race, yeah? In the rain, I will focus a bit more. I'm just constantly repeating the same mistakes again and again, like running too wide in the Corvette curve, and... I think we are mostly stable now. Not great, not great, but at least we finished. We'll see you here to celebrate. Okay. Yeah. Let's leave the server. We have to sign up for the next one. Le Mans new content. That will take a while, I believe. What is the next content, though, even? Is it another ELMS pack? Or are we done with ELMS content? I think we are done, right? Or is there more to come? Can I check my race results from the last one? Did it get me to... where can I even see that? Here? Oh, we are silver 2. Nice. I hope we are not dropped again due to the last race. Where's the event? Can I... here. This is the last Circuit de la Sarthe. Can I see my rank breakdown? Oh yeah, here it is. This is from the race before. Okay, so we beat 6 drivers with a higher rank and lost 1 with a lower rank. So we did pretty well. The qualifying, and yeah, we missed the qualifying. That gave us a hard time. Yeah, okay. I have to register for the next one immediately. Otherwise, we will miss it. Yeah, silver 2. Hey, we are. Nice. It was kind of my goal to reach... I was silver 2 already, but then I lost it again. Okay, in this break, I will quickly show you what I talked about regarding the dashboard in SimHub. Okay, let's sign up here. In the Cadillac again. I have 3 minutes. So yeah, here I go back to my Windows. Where it is? Here, SimHub. So this is my setup here right now with the Arturo Ultimate. That's using the Cadillac dashboard from LMU Dashboards. Just in LMU, because that's the only thing where it fits. And then on this Asha dashboard, if I go to my Dash Studio, this is the lovely dashboard XML for this like widescreen format. And if I go to this like editor, what I did is like here you can see your chat basically. So this is what I see here on my dashboard now in this like idle view. And then I even have it on the primary view. I just covered basically this whole area. So this is how it would look like. You can switch this page as well between driver position, estimated lap time, and all of that. This one I usually use the track map for on the left one. And then I just put this YouTube chat thingy on top. And that's so nice. Like during the race being able... It's also big enough. Like you would think that it's too small, but it's not. It's actually perfect. Like I can read it perfectly while driving. That's really, really helpful. Yeah, and it's so cool that you even with a lovely dashboard, you are just able in SimHub to go to edit the dashboard and just put things on top of it. Like this is just a web page that takes basically a link from Stream Elements, and yeah, you can do the same with Twitch. So this is just a YouTube chat now, but yeah, super helpful. Okay, we don't need to save the changes, but yeah, you can do a lot of cool things here actually. Like I have all the different hypercars and LMP2. This is also something I can show you probably. They are also on Overtake, the LMU dashboards, but they also have a website, lmu-dashboards.com, lmu-dashboards.com. So you can get all the dashboards for SimHub here for all the cars, and they even have functionality like the action buttons. You can even change between pages. So for example, in the Porsche, I believe, you have a lot of different functions even in pages. Sometimes, yeah, see here, for example, they are even showcasing the different pages and layouts and whatnot that you can change with the action buttons, A, B, C, D. You can change little elements here in your dashboard. So that's super cool. Like shout out to those guys, LMU Dashboards. If you have a steering wheel or a dashboard and you want the full immersion, that's the way to go really in LMU. Well, 40 seconds. Let's see, we can get this time. Mapping the button quickly. Don't want to miss that now. So where is it? In controls, interaction probably. No, in car controls. Where is that even? The MFD, the multifunction thing. Is that here? Is that in primary? Ah, yeah, MFD. So navigate, increment setting. Yeah, where do I put this now? I have no idea. Okay, I want to put it on the keyboard, actually. Yeah, we don't need to turn the camera with the arrow keys. Okay, I have an alternative now in case I need that again. Yeah, better safe than sorry. Okay, we can join. DNR's dashboard, I have to check that out. Yeah, but to be honest, yeah, subscription is the one thing, but Lovely Dash, I mean, those people put so much work into this. Is DNR Daniel Newman? Is it this thing, or is this something different again? Why do I hear the rain? Does it rain in practice this time? Or is it just the engine? Daniel Newman, yeah. Yeah, they are doing also all sorts of stuff like LED profiles. The screens also look really nice. I surfed on this website when I initialized all of my Usher gear here, because they are even recommending it in the official documentation and manual, going to Daniel Newman for LED profiles and that stuff. I still didn't figure, or yeah, I didn't want to put the time on building my own LED profiles in SimHub. That takes quite a long time, so I would also prefer to do it to make someone else, to have someone else doing it. Oh, we are not in split 1 once in for a while. We are in split 2 out of 6, so let's see. Okay, like performance-wise or rank-wise, we are one of the front runners. Let's see if there is any chance of achieving something here today. There were some news about Endurance Motorsport Series just two or 3 weeks ago. There was a new trailer with some cars. But now that Nacon Gaming is under insolvency and Kiloton is part of Nacon, so I think they are 100% part of Nacon. Not quite sure. Yeah, Usher is on the expensive side, I agree. Absolutely. Yeah. The fuel topic again. Okay, soft tires, and then we only need 2 laps. 2.2 is fine. Yeah, there was a press release about Endurance. It also said that they are not going to be a sim racing title, so they made that pretty clear this time, that they will not feature sim physics. Yep, if you go to overtake.gg, you can read the full story about Nacon Gaming that happened. It just unfolded today. Okay, qualifying time. Let's get a good one without a spin this time in the Indianapolis. Oh, it's so sunny out of suddenly here. Wow. Just wow. Tires kinda okay. That's what I mean with the muscle memory that I have still from the old tire model. I was used to just with soft tires straight out of the pits without carrying too much. Oh my god, yeah. Imagine you are one of the players in Test Drive Unlimited Solar Crown and you grind it for all of your cars and all of that stuff, and the servers go down, like similar with the crew back then, you remember? Man, this is really hard transitioning between the wet and the dry tire feel all the time. Yeah, you have to be way more careful. Like, also the soft tire, it takes way longer to warm up than before. I think I still have not a single Le Mans victory online. I had a few second and third places, but I never won an online race. I mean, I only did like 40 or so, but not all of them were on Le Mans. But still, finally want to get that victory. What I can tell you though is, even though I have an active pedal with lockup feedback, once that kicks in, it's already too late. So this the Simulcube active pedal does not help me anymore. It helped me with the old tire model because you had a bit more time to react, but when it's locking in such a corner like here, it's already too late. You can't catch the car anymore. So it like equalized the field in that regard as well. Like people with haptic pedals, I don't think that they have such an advantage anymore. Which is good. Like, I like that fact. It like balances the gear also a little bit, so you don't get crazy advantages with good sim racing gear or expensive sim racing gear. So I'm as limited as you guys, and I just have to learn about how much pedal force I can give until it locks in certain places. Okay, time for the time. Time after time. Lap time. Here we go. Ah, you saw a little bit of pitch in your... The car already wanted to be unstable. That was the limit. Like, the car started already to jiggle and wiggle a little bit in the final moment of the braking zone. That tells you that this was already a little bit on the edge. I still have to nail that apex a bit better. I think you can get away with third gear in the second Mulsanne chicane. The Cadillac has a lot of torque. There was also safety margin going back into first. Usually I want to hit it just in second gear. I was a little bit too late. So I had to give the car a little extra engine brake just for the final bit. Oh, wow, have you seen that? That's what I mean. That was this 0.3 milliseconds that I mentioned, that I have time to react once the car unsettles. So the problem is that I probably get on the brake too hard too early when I still have a little bit of steering angle and going into that apex. So I need to really stabilize the car and then brake harder. So I'm a little too optimistic going into that Arnage and before that. But for now, it looks good. But it looks really like we have a Cadillac Meta right now. No quali lap because server kicked me out. There's still a few cars coming. Another BMW. But I think that's... yeah, there's also another BMW. But we are minimum P5. That's good. Ah. Is it? No, I think it's here. Mick. I think the Mick is okay. Checkity check. My level looks okay. But yeah, I need this new preamp. I said this 1,000 times. But I finally need to order it. It's just so unfortunate because this piece is just... yeah. I think it costs a little bit, like 70 euros or so. Okay, we need to ensure we choose the correct setup and tires for the race start, but I will only do that this time when we are in the racing session. Last time, I already applied my racing setup in quali session, and then, oh, Marko Čurić, 26. At least this time we don't have such an alien that drives like 23.2. In the split 2 here, this is a bit more human, not alien level. So yeah, I never got kicked out of a session, as this guy here describes it.
Teams and drivers go to the grid for a race start.
Maybe it's on him this time around. So let's load the setup. Looks good. This time, yeah, again, like the first procedure that I always do before the race starts, getting the correct motor map for the start to drain a little bit of energy. We don't want to have 100% battery. Then I already pre-select my strategy. So I know there will be rain, most likely, like 99%. And yeah, this is the only change I want for the first pit stop already. New wet tires and 100% virtual energy. Possibly a little bit less, but that will show later. It's probably 90% is safe. Maybe a bit less even, but yeah. So this is then out of my way already. The only thing that I have to care about, like in lap 2, is to check my SOC, my state of charge, and then adjust the engine battery accordingly, and otherwise I can just focus on the driving. That's my like pre-race procedure to have everything that I want to have out of my head. It's out of my head. Okay, let's... and I always like to look at other liveries and cars. So there's a pretty nice Ferrari, black and white livery there in front. But mostly it's not a lot of people using custom liveries, it seems. But yeah, kind of understandable because you need the extra subscription for that. The race control thing. Yeah, the good thing about the race start is the tires are preheated a little bit. They are not like performing on the highest level, but at least they are somewhat usable, so you don't drive a sponge as a tire at the start. And then I also try to, like, again, drain the battery a little bit with applying the brake. That heats up not only the brake, so the brake disc is already a bit more warm, but you also don't run into this risk of hitting the 100% battery in the first sector. Gaming is a scary place. Why is that? Because of the microphone. and extra cost for devices and stuff. Yeah, RAM is the worst. I can tell you that. In case you want to build a sim racing PC soon, we have a nice video. There was a lot of work actually. That video dropped a few days ago. Like a BIOS guide for sim racing PC components. Okay, the race is about to get started. I'll get into the pit limiter already. We're pretty close to the Cadillac. It's good. Now the reaction time game. And go. Here we go. Oh, oh, oh. I have a feeling that this will be a good race. Slipstream. No real extra risks here. I know this is my weak spot. It's quite funny that the more Ultimate seems to communicate yellow on track, not only in sector, but you only get it in game in the sector, but you get it on your dashboards and your extra telemetry bits when there's any yellow on the whole track. Oh, yes! That was an LMU tire model hypercar moment. That looked so... I can relate. Like this, I feel so sorry for this guy. I can completely relate to this happening. Poor guy. The tire just gave up and it was over. Yeah, but something is not... Yeah, these cars just need extra downforce, extra air, and the only word with downforce is hard driving. I just really want to stay at the back of this Alpine. Fight for the podium once the rain comes down. swipe T1 and send it across the track. Yeah, Ferrari and Cadillac are, I think, the meta. Out of Germany. But I also see a few BMWs and Alpines as well, and Peugeots sometimes. So in-game chat with the proper sim racing discussions. It was a fault. We need the sim racing stewards with Jimmy Broadbent to go over this. Okay, I think I found the recipe. Shift. Oh! Guy behind. Lost his car. It's always good to see that I'm not the only one who's struggling, but I found the recipe, I think. Downshifting a bit later, after the bend kinda. I think I downshifted too early and thus unsettled the car earlier, so I think I found it now, the trick. Things go as planned. We are just behind the Alpine driver. Very good. Let's make him reverse. Let's go with 20 for a little bit. Yeah, it's I tell you guys, it's a tire model. So another guy just out. Immediate loss of grip. Sad. I think if they would just dial it back a little bit, give me just, I think the sweet spot for me, 20% of the old tire model back into the new one. Yeah, the dropping like flies will continue when it starts raining. Let's hope that we are not the fly this time. Yeah, the crowd is... So we can't do any mistake because they are just waiting like wolves. Look at the horizon. The sun is going. It's becoming cloudy. That was nice. Hey George! Yes, this game has an offline mode. It has also pretty raceable AI. So you can, at the moment, do race weekends with AI, like practice qualifying race and all of that stuff. I think you can even save during... Can you save during a race? Yeah, I think you can. Yeah, AI is pretty good in LMU. It's among the better AI. Sometimes it's a bit frustrating, like... They are a little bit ignoring you sometimes, but in general, if you find your skill level AI slider kinda, you can have a pretty good time before you jump into online multiplayer. The good part is also the online multiplayer is for free kinda. So you can just jump into the beginner races without any additional subscriptions. Very accessible. It's sad that we are again in no man's land. But 7 seconds, 13 seconds is still in a range where they only need one mistake and we are back in the game. And especially when the rain will start in like 5 to 10 minutes, I'd say. Yeah, the AI gets worse and worse the better you get. That's true, Skeeter. Yeah, for LMU, I would recommend having all the content as well. Yeah, the DLCs are quite essential. Maybe not so much the ELMS stuff, but yeah, I would wait for the next Steam sale, so you get a little bit of discount always for all the DLC packages if you can wait a little bit. I played a little bit of Automobilista 2 again. This is very good AI racing, actually. And the driving in LMU and learning all of the stuff is also... That cone was a actual physical object. The Ultimate is very serious. You really have to master your car before you can be somewhat competitive. It like very accurately represents also the TC systems of the cars and such. Like you can work with 3 TC values, TC1, TC2 and TC3. Like you have these extra things like slip angle and power cut and such. If you want to test a lot of content and a lot of different cars, the original Assetto Corsa is also still very viable with all the mods, and yeah, it can just be, of course, a little bit of extra work to set it up with the community shader patch and Pure and all of that. So you have to go to many different pages. Many of the mods are on Overtake. But still, there are a few websites that you have to go to, like Patreons and all of that, to get the proper mods. We are not yet going to the pits. Yeah, in LMU, start if you really start, use the front-engined GT3s like the BMW, Aston Martin, Lexus, or Mustang. It's a bit easier. The Porsche is pretty tricky, pretty fast though. I can still see him at the end of the straight. There's a little black dot. Oh, P2 is there. Okay, what does the weather forecast say? Not yet rainy, but it will be raining at the end of the next lap. So far it was always kind of the same progression, the weather progression here. Lost half a second just with this bad braking. I think I'm still a little bit too optimistic in some corners. I think a slower entry and faster exit would be sufficient to extract a little bit more lap time. By the way, guys, don't forget to like this live stream or this video and subscribe to our channel if you haven't yet. So that really gives us a lot of. You do us a lot of favor by doing this, so and it doesn't hurt. Yeah, I can still see all of the guys. They are all there, waiting for my mistake. They are all up for the top 3 as well. Yeah, one more lap and then energy also looks good. We are just about to hit the virtual energy margin, just perfectly. So pretty well laid out. Running a little bit too high on energy. 90%, to get rid of a little bit of that. Then tire strategy. Yeah, we will not need 100% from my experience, but 90 should be enough. Thank you, Skeet Syria. Like especially if you're starting to set up your Assetto Corsa, there are some mods that you just don't want to miss, like the Primera BTCC car or the Honda NSX that someone made. It's really, really good. And also things like the CRT HUD, or CMRT, or what's it called? If you go into the resources and HUD section, there are also very good things like initial D-style HUDs and whatnot, so you can really mod a lot into Assetto Corsa. With this app system, this app system is just really helpful, like drone cameras. Yeah, first guys asking for the rain. But I think the rain is only coming now after the 20-minute mark. I think the last 2 races, we just hit the pit entrance and then it started. I think it will be will be the same. Yeah, AMS too, yeah, of course. I mean, the livery packs and the XML files for things like F199 season. Really, really good. I think the most downloaded mod is still the free version of Pure. Yellow. Oh! That's our... Oh my god! What happened to him? That was one of our opponents. So we are second now. So the rain should start... No. Yeah! It worked! The moment I did it, the wipers start to go. Incredible. Nice. That was really, really good. Ah, that would be so nice if they had animated pit stops, right? If you can see the crews like changing the tires. Actually, that would be a next step, I think, for LMU. Seeing the marshals and all of that. I have to hurry up a bit with my drinking. Get out of my way. Bloody Aston. Okay, they are giving me the... Backing to the left. Okay, free. Cool, cool, cool. That went well this time. We even magically activated the rain. Track mods are not a thing for MS2, right? It's not open to track modding. It was even the leader who lost the car. Guys, it's now or never. There's a technical chance that I'm able to win this race by just performing well now. No pressure. But I will try my best. I hope the virtual energy will last long enough. But it should be. The driver in front, Weissen, is also pretty good. Well, I don't know. I just try to keep it safe. Okay, just 15 minutes left, and we will hit a bit of traffic very soon. Ah, good. That's becoming a thunderstorm again. 9 seconds to the leader. Just have to remind myself how slow the car is in those turns. I just love the sound of the downshift in this car. We lost a few cars again. Only 7 cars left. Can we see the leader already? Yeah, he's right there in the first corner. Is it him? No, it's an NMP2. I think it gone from slightly wet to wet. Down the mountain. The car will like to fly, but we survived. Okay, the scariest part is done. Yeah, I will only get this guy on the Mulsanne. Mercedes. Max Verstappen's car for this year. GT3. Yeah, what is... Yeah, it's wet, like I said. Let's see when it will change to extremely wet again. Or very... the next step is very wet and then extremely wet. Ah, cool. Yeah, thank you, Sven. Last time I uploaded skins, they were there like in 2 minutes. Decision making? No. No. Okay, he's overcautious. Oh. We are not gaining, we are losing to Weissen. Not good. He had a better time getting through the traffic. He's almost through the traffic already. It's not a lot of cars in this session. It's not a full 62 grid, it's just 38. Oh my god, yeah, the cars, also the GT3s, are just not steering anymore. It's very wet now. 8 seconds again, so Weissen seemed to have a little off. Man, these are super wide. My god! Can you use a bit more track, please? Ah, what a moment. They were so wide. Incredible. That's a nice endurance and multi-class moments. This is what we're living for. This is so slow. Seven seconds, 7-3. Oh my god, this is so much pressure now. I really want him. But if I really push now, I'm afraid that I will lose the car at some point. I just keep on what I'm doing. This is soap opera. Yeah, especially here, like, there's no more turning. 10 minutes. And 7 seconds to the guy. Need more energy to not run into the 100%. Yellow, yellow, yellow. Yeah, it's him. Is it him? Oh. It's the leader in GT3. It's the battery status. So on top in the blue, you can see how much energy I gained back in the last lap. Or how much I'm gaining in the current lap. So you can kind of ignore the blue bar. I don't think that's quite accurate, but the orange bar shows you my state of charge, like the battery of the hypercar. And you don't want to, yeah, you want to balance that around 50% kinda. Or at least you don't want it to be 0 or 100. So everything between, yeah, like 20 and 80% is where you want to be. Otherwise you are either, like if you're at 0%, you are not using all of your power. And if you're at 100% and you go into the braking zone, the car like overshoots the recuperation and you will have a harder time balancing the car under braking. So that's kind of how it works. That's all you have to think about, really. There are some cars that... So the cars have different hybrid systems as well. Like some have a stronger recuperation than others, and the LMH cars are also a bit different from the LMDH cars. And then there's one LMH car that doesn't have a battery at all. That's the Aston Martin Valkyrie. So you don't have to bother with this stuff at all. So the Cadillac is more on the lower side of energy, so you don't get a lot of energy boost. So this is only running like 30-40 kilowatts, whereas the Toyota, for example, is running 70, 80-ish, if I'm right. So yeah, that's how it plays out with the hybrid stuff. Ah, shit, no. Oh, this corner. We're gaining so much. Now we lost almost 2 seconds. Ah, I hate this corner. An Arsch. In Germany I would now say am Arsch. Oh, this corner, man. I want to kiss that wall. It's also so slow in the wet. It's fair to say that we are the fastest car in the wet. If we look at all the gaps and everyone who's DNF'd, I think we are by far the most stable and the fastest as well. And I want to really turn that into a victory. Well, that won't be easy. Yeah, 3-second gain last lap over the leader. It just really takes the slightest moment of not being aware of what you're doing. Screw the track limits. You still have 4 points of track limits to use. This is how I see it. No, energy. No, that's energy is the virtual energy. So the car has a battery, and we have virtual energy that we can use throughout a race. Oh, shit, 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 shit. Yeah, really, I have still 5. This is totally fine to do, right? Come on. Yeah, so virtual energy is a concept that I can explain to you when we are done with this race, okay? If you want to hear more about it. But right now, as you can see, I really have to focus here on getting this baby home. Oh. Please give me... Yeah, okay. Yeah. Oh, no, 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 no. The race is on. The race is on. Hold your breath. Yeah, we've been there. We've all been there. Do I have enough fuel? Yeah, I have. Okay. A little bit better from here. Oh my god. Don't. This is scary now, this part here. I think he's running a pretty low wing. Interesting. Can't really get him. That explains also his struggle in the corners. Can't catch up even in the slipstream. This is the fight for the victory. Must be very scary about this corner. Oh, outside line is okay. It all comes down to this braking point here. He's going super slow. Yeah. Shit. There's an MP2 or a hypercar. This is the deciding. Okay, he's out of our way. Still can use a little bit of track limit here on the right. Yeah, no, it's not enough. No, I think we were pretty close to the victory, but not today. Not today. They are all waiting. They are all waiting for us to finish. It was close. Didn't want to pull any dirty moves now. He did pretty well. So yeah, it was a great race. Very nice. But that was not the time for our first Le Mans victory. Sadly, but he was also a pretty fast driver, so we were slightly ahead of him in the rain, I think. Well, when he also adjusted pretty well later on, so he got really into the rhythm towards the end. So yeah, GG here to Sergio. Great race. And a second place in Split 2. That's something that you can accept. So yeah, looking at today's title, we are driving until we are acceptable. I think that was kind of acceptable. Acceptable. So no major mistake or anything. So pretty clean race. That's what I wanted really as an optimism boost kinda, or as an mindset boost. So that worked pretty well. Nice. We kept it safe in the rain and in the dry this time around. Great one. Okay, let's look at the results screen. The new livery is now active, it says here. Let's see. Yeah, we should be stable S2 now. That looks pretty good. Yeah, you still want an explanation around the virtual energy? Yeah, exactly. There's also the battery graphic kind of in the speedometer, true. But I always look to like actual values instead of graphs. So I would prefer to have a little percentage even in the speedometer there, not gonna lie. But yeah, the virtual energy is basically just a fictional value that is connected with your fuel consumption or your overall energy consumption of the car, because the hybrids have both, yeah, the fuel and the electric motor with the recuperation. So every time you brake, you get energy back. Every time you accelerate, you're also using electric energy to like get the full power of the car. So that combined into the overall fuel consumption of the hypercar is basically the virtual energy. And it's made as an instrument of the BOP, the balance of performance. So this virtual energy ratio can be adjusted by the race control, kinda, or by ACO. So cars that have maybe more speed, but also higher energy consumption, they have to maybe have one more pit stop than the others. And that kind of balances it out, or in theory, it should balance it out. So that's how the virtual energy works. And in LMU, you're always looking to have the fuel and the virtual energy aligned, kind of, so that they match and have the same number of laps. So you don't run out of fuel while you still have virtual energy available, and you don't want to run out of virtual energy while you still have fuel, if that makes sense. Because if you run out of virtual energy and you are still able to drive because you still have fuel, then you will get a big penalty. I think it's a stop and go or a drive-through. I think it's a drive-through for now. If you like, go over the finish line with, I think when you like cross the finish line without virtual energy, you get a second, like 30-second penalty or something. So where's our result? Come on, give me my result. Here it is, second place, 2 seconds gained. 2 seconds. We are deep into the silver 2 now. That's amazing. That's really good. Perfect. Okay. Safety rank also quite up. Yeah, Sergio, that was a fantastic race. Thank you again here to Sergio. And yeah, a lot of DNFs again. The rain really calls them out. Look, we only finished, like we started with 13 hypercars and only 6 guys made it even to the finish. That's incredible. Well, it's really tricky to drive in the rain, of course. So yeah, thank you guys for watching here today. Hope you had a good time and you learned a little bit. Yeah, we explored the mechanisms of driving here again today in LMU. It was good fun. Yeah, as I said in the beginning, make sure to check out overtake.gg. We had a lot of conversations here already in the chat with Skeets here about the mods and how beautiful the mods are for titles like AC and AMS2. So, yeah, the livery. Have you changed more about the livery or only deleted some of the logos? Let me actually see. The car. If I go, at best, I would go to the liveries and watch it from there, right? Can I I can see visit overtake is now on. I think it's best to see if I start a session. And yeah, thank you also for liking and subscribing, of course. So where is the car? Here it is. It has the fake sponsors now on. Here, Veg Emily and the others. Nice. Yeah, looks good. Visit overtake.gg, exactly. Yeah, this is the car we were using on Friday. Maybe see you on track. If you're also tackling the 12-hour race, good luck in that one. And enjoy the rest of the week. We have more content coming. There will be more about probably Assetto Corsa Rally, Rennsport. There's a big Rennsport announcements, if you care at all. But yeah, there will be more stuff. And even more. I think next week is also iRacing Arcade. It's also starting next week, I think. Sven Zoyle. Nice. Yeah, that fits pretty well. Okay, guys. See you in the next one. Bye-bye. Enjoy the rest of your day.